Hi, I'm Bill, and welcome to the Sunday Painter, the channel about everything painting. I've handpicked videos from YouTube, from how to paint to making money from your art with advice from seasoned artists. Check out my channel, you can't go wrong by subscribing, may save years of learning. Click on the videos link on the channel to see all my art lessons. Also hit play all on the playlist to see all the helpful videos. Here is a quote from today's artist: "I paint myself because I am so often alone and because I am the subject I know best." You deserve the best, the very best, because you are one of the few people in this lousy world who are honest to themselves, and that is the only thing that really counts. Frida Kahlo. Let's take a close look at Frida. She's a Mexican painter known for her many portraits, self-portraits. Come and improve your art and expand your knowledge. Become a part of the Best Art channel and leave a happy comment, or let me know if there is an artist you would like to learn about. See you on the other side.
The Sunday Painter.
Frida Kahlo, a Mexican painter of mixed heritage, 1907, and lived 47 painful years before passing away in 1954. Frida was slightly crippled from polio, suffered from a serious streetcar accident that left her infertile. She became a political activist and rose to fame through her oil paintings, all before succumbing to her poor health. She was an intelligent woman, in a society that wanted women to be pretty, submissive wives and mothers. Struggling with cultural demands of gender in a time when women were demanding a change in their role. All these aspects of her life, and more, affected her art. Her works were inspired by the nature and artifacts of Mexico. Inspired by the country's popular culture, she employed a folk art style to explore questions of identity, gender, class, and race in Mexican society. Her art was controversial and attracted attention. These paintings often had strong autobiographical elements and mixed realism with fantasy. Kahlo's art seems very closely tied to the ups and downs of her marriage to a famous muralist, Diego Rivera, divorced, remarried Rivera, and her health. Their marriage was unconventional, a very rocky relationship. Diego was a well-known womanizer, and it is thought that Kahlo reacted in kind as vengeance. She often depicted her physical pain and struggle with graphic self-portraits. What happened in the streetcar accident? She was impaled by a metal pole in her torso that exited through her vagina, breaking her pelvis in the process. She had extreme pain in the aftermath of her accident. She was told she would most likely never carry a pregnancy to full term. This was true. Frida's self-portraits were a way for her to process the pain she felt. Kahlo invoked such strong reactions to her work because they challenged traditional values with modern ideas. Frida was a bright young woman who had no intentions of being a famous artist. At first, she studied medicine at the National Preparatory School with dreams of becoming a famous doctor. Confined to bed for 3 months following the accident, this is when she began painting. Bored with nothing to do, she begged her father to use his paints. She had never studied art, but was able to teach herself to paint by studying paintings of the Italian Renaissance. She painted for her visitors and relatives who were willing to pose for her, and eventually wound up giving her paintings away as gifts. Painting became a way for Kahlo to explore questions of identity and existence. She explained, "I paint myself because I am often alone and I am the subject I know best." She later stated that the accident and the isolating recovery period made her desire to begin again, painting things just as she saw them with her own eyes and nothing more. Estimates vary on how many paintings Kahlo made during her life, with figures ranging from fewer than 150 to around 200. Kahlo derived more inspiration from Mexican folk art, drawn to its elements of fantasy, naivety, and fascination with violence and death. The style she developed mixed reality with surrealistic elements. Kahlo's work as an artist remained relatively unknown until the late 1970s, when her work was rediscovered by art historians and political activists. By the early 1990s, she had become not only a recognized figure in art history, but also regarded as an icon for the feminism movement. Kahlo's work has been celebrated internationally as emblematic of Mexican national and indigenous traditions and by feminists for what is seen as its uncompromising depiction of the female experience and form. So what can we add to our art, and learn from Frida? As a teacher, I would say study your family history, culture and art. I found the more you learn about your history, the more your ideas change on what to paint. Also, how to paint it. The more your knowledge expands, the deeper your paintings will be. Say you have Native American in your genealogy, you may learn myths and legends to incorporate into your work. For example, Frida used symbolism in her portraits using myths and legends of Mexico that have grown out of the events of the country's history. Aztec mythology, such as the legend of how the ancient Aztecs founded their capital of Tenochtitlan on the site where they saw an eagle fighting a serpent, have become part of the national heritage of modern Mexico. As always, there is so much more to Frida. I hope this inspires you to study her work and life. In all my videos, I try to inspire you to a greater and deeper understanding into the artist and your art education. Subscribe and leave a happy comment. Thanks for watching.